sword to the floor.
Hello everybody, what is up? My name is Killsteam. I am back with another Call of Duty World War II video, and in today's video I'm going to be trying to break down the divisions, the creator class, and also the new system of perks in Call of Duty World War II multiplayer. So let's get right into this. Okay, so there is 5 divisions in Call of Duty World War II multiplayer. The first one is the infantry, and the infantry division is for assault rifles. So you're going to have a lot of assault rifles in that class and all that. And the second division I'm going to be going over is the airborne division. Now, the airborne division is for SMGs. Next up, we have the mountain division. Now, the mountain division is for snipers. And next up, we have the armored division, which is for the LMGs. And last, expeditionary force division, that is for the shotguns. So at E3, everybody had 2 options to pick from every division. So there was 2 loadouts from each of the 5 divisions playable at E3 for Call of Duty World War II. And by the way, the classes that you see on your screen right now are all default classes. They're default because they didn't want anybody to take time up at E3 to make their own classes, so they made a lot of default classes that people can choose from. But don't worry, you'll be able to customize your divisions, your weapons, and all that stuff in the beta and also the full game. Okay, so before I start getting in depth and explaining all this stuff to you guys, first look at division skill and division training. So division skills and division training is only limited to that division, so you cannot pick anything else from like different divisions for division training or division skills. There is only limited and set division skills for that division, and there is only limited and set division training for that specific division. Okay, so we're going to start out with the infantry division skill. So there was only 1 division skill that was available for both loadouts at E3, and so this is the only skill that we know of for the infantry division, and that is going to be the bayonet charge division skill. So the bayonet charge division skill is only available for the infantry division, and this is going to go on the end of your assault rifles, and that means you can only do 1 hit to an enemy in Call of Duty World War II multiplayer to the front, and then you will kill them with a 1 hit. But that is only if you have a bayonet on the end of your assault rifle with that division skill. So it's going to be normally 2 hits to the front of an enemy if you do not have a bayonet on the end of your gun. Next up, we have the airborne division skill, and the airborne division skill that was the only one playable at E3 for both loadouts was the suppressor. So the suppressor is only going to be available for the submachine guns, and remember, the submachine guns is for the airborne division. And so for the suppressor now in Call of Duty World War II, you can actually take it off in a mid-game, so you can take it off right after you kill somebody and put it back on. Pretty awesome stuff. The armored division. Now, the armored division only has 1 division skill, once again, that we know that was available at E3 for both default loadouts, was the bipod division skill. So the bipod division skill is you can actually mount your light machine gun wherever you want to. You can mount it on the wall, any which wall you want. You can mount it on the ground. You can just like move around and shoot it, and you have a little bipod that you can pull out by hitting left on a D-pad. Next up, we have the mountain division skill. Remember, snipers for the mountain division skill. So the only division skill that was available for both loadouts for the mountain division, once again, is the sharpshooter division skill. Now you can actually block out the surroundings and in return acquire aim assist and acquire enemy names activated while holding breath with L3. So pretty awesome stuff. You can have like the black all around your scope when you're breathing in and holding your breath, and it makes you have a little bit of auto aim as well. Okay, so finally, for the final division skill is for the expeditionary force, which is the shotguns and everything like that. So the only division skill that we know of for both loadouts that we had was the incendiary shells. So the incendiary shells are just shells that you put in your shotgun, and they're going to be like dragon's breath. So when you shoot it, it's going to be like fire everywhere, and then once it like the bullets hit a target, it will light it on fire. So pretty awesome stuff for the shotgun side of things. Okay, now let's talk about division training. So the only division training that was available for the infantry division was only 1 division training, and it's the same with all of the other divisions that was available. So The one that was available for the infantry division was the Infantryman Mark III. You can carry 2 extra attachments on your primary weapon, and also you can add 1 attachment on your secondary weapon. Now for the airborne division training, we have Pathfinder Mark III. Sprint for longer distances, increase sprint speed, and also climb over obstacles faster. Now for the armored division, the only division training that was available for us was the Tanker Mark III rocket launcher as secondary weapon, extra piece of equipment, throw equipment faster, farther, and while sprinting. So for the mountain division, we have only one division training available, that is Scout Mark III, acquire enemy names from farther away, increase minimap coverage, and that's kind of good because the minimap's kind of small in Call of Duty World War II multiplayer, and also hidden to player controlled streaks. Now lastly, for the Expeditionary Force division, for the shotguns and all that, we have only one division training available, that is Sapper Mark III. So this does extra magazines, immune to shell shock and tactical equipment, take less explosives damage. By the way, I just wanted to clear something up with the division skills part of things. There may only be one division skill, and I highly doubt there will be more, but there is a possibility of that we can get more division skills per each division and all that stuff, but I highly doubt that. And also for the division training, we may get more division training stuff to pick from, but I highly doubt that as well. So as you see right now, we have like division training, for example, we have division training for like the sniper mountain stuff. We have like Scout Mark III. That is because that's like the highest division training level you can maybe get. It's kind of like Modern Warfare 2. I'm going to use an example from T Martin's video, but it's kind of like Modern Warfare 2 where you have Marathon, and then you want to get Marathon Pro. You have to get 27 miles while sprinting or something like that, and that's how you get Marathon Pro. So there may be something to do in this game to like get Division Scout Mark II, and then you'll get Mark III. But for right now, in this E3 build, we have all the Mark III stuff unlocked at this moment. But we're going to see more of this stuff in the beta and in the full game. Okay, now we're going to be talking about basic training. Basic training is really similar to perks from previous Call of Duty. So the reason I said that basic training is the closest thing to perks in Call of Duty World War II is because you can pick whatever basic training you want for whatever division loadout that you guys want. So say if you want to go for the infantry division, and the infantry division, remember, you only have limited of options only for that division for your division skill and also your division training. But for the basic training part of things, you can pick whichever basic training perk thingamajig you want for that division and that loadout. Okay, so now let's go over every E3 basic training that we know of right now. So this is only the E3 build basic training. So there can be way more basic training perks than this, guys, or even way less. They might change them around a little bit and all that stuff, but I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. So we're going to start off with Phantom basic training. Quieter movement, take no fall damage, invisible to enemy recon aircraft while moving. Now, if you just noticed something, it actually said quieter movement, so like dead silence, and at the bottom it says invisible to enemy recon aircraft while moving. Now, the bottom one is like ghost, and then the first one is like dead silence. So we have something like a mixture of perks in one, and it's like kind of like a super perk, if you want to say. So yeah, pretty awesome stuff. Now moving to the next one, we have undercover, kill without revealing enemy death locations. Also, we have no name or reticycle, color change when targeted. The next one we have right here is steady, immune to shell shock and tactical equipment, and also we have sprint for longer distances. Next one is hunker, reveals enemy equipment, take less explosive damage, and also we have the next one is duelist, 2 attachments on secondary weapon, that's the only thing available. And the next one is forge, swap weapons faster, throw equipment faster, and also resupply ammo and equipment from dead enemies. So we have a mixture of scavenger, dexterity, and also throw equipment faster, dexterity 2. And the next one we have here is ordnance, groceries cost less, and you can also re-roll care packages. So that's a nice one right there. If you're like a little bit of a newbie, you can use that one right there. Pretty awesome stuff. Next one right here, we have loaded extra magazines and also reload weapons faster. After that, we have smoked, extra piece of lethal equipment, and then we have smoke grenade as tactical equipment. And the last one that we know of right now is scoped. We have move faster while aiming down sights and also extra attachments on primary weapon. There's one last thing I wanted to clear up, and it is about picking your own weapons and all of that stuff. So, for example, let's take, you want to make a new loadout, and in this new loadout, you're going to pick the infantry division, and when you pick the infantry division, for your primary weapon, it has to be an assault rifle. So you have to pick an assault rifle from Call of Duty World War II multiplayer as your primary weapon, and then you can pick whatever pistol secondary you want, but I believe you cannot pick like a rocket launcher or anything like that. You have to have the armor division or a certain basic training perk or something like that, and then yeah, you can pick whatever secondary you want, whatever pistol. I believe you can also pick a melee weapon as well, like a shovel or something like that. And then for your lethals and your tacticals, I believe your lethal, you can pick whatever you want for your lethal, but your tactical is picked by your division, or you can pick a basic training to have a certain tactical that you want. Oh yeah, and also you can pick whatever attachments you want on your weapons as well. Okay, so that was everything poured into one huge video, guys. I just explained the divisions for you guys, the division training, division skills, and all that awesome stuff, the basic training, the creative class, new creative class type of system, and I just explained almost everything that you guys need to know about creative class divisions and all that awesome stuff. Now remember, guys, this stuff can change during the beta, so when we get the beta, some stuff might be different, new stuff might be added in, which will probably actually do happen, so they will probably add more stuff in the beta, more basic training, maybe even more division training or division skills, but I highly doubt that. And also they'll do more stuff and changes to the full game as well, so these are not permanent changes, and these are not permanent stuff that's going to be in the full game at launch. I just explained everything for you guys, so you need to know what to do and what to pick from. So yeah, the like button, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.